What up, dudes? rhinoCRUNCH here, and I'm doing a gaming setup video. I've never done a gaming setup video before on the channel, so I thought, you know, why not? Why not? You guys have been requesting it enough to where I think a lot of people want to know what I use to edit, what I use to record on, etc., etc. But before we get started, there's a couple things I'd like to mention. The first thing that I'd like to mention is that you do not need any of this stuff. You know, when I started off on YouTube, I literally used to take a camera and look at a monitor and record on the camera and upload it. So if you're an aspiring YouTuber, don't be discouraged by the cost of some of the stuff I have, and don't be discouraged by the equipment I have. This is my craft, and these are my tools. So I'm able to be really blessed and buy the top of the notch stuff and get the best quality products that I can, because this is what I do. So don't be discouraged, please. You know, if you record on a toaster, as long as you're uploading bread, people will eat it. Now, the second thing I'd like to mention is the links to everything on this video is going to be in the description. And you can also skip ahead and skip behind. So we're going to break the video down into 3 parts. The first part is going to be hardware, which is basically my tower, monitor, even my chair and keyboard, mouse, etc. The second is my software, what I use to record, what I use to edit, post-production audio, special effects, etc., etc. And then finally, extras like what console I use and just random shit around my desk. And so let's get started. All right, so let's talk about the tower. Now, I'm running a Thermaltake Level 10 GT Black Steel. Now, this tower was really pricey when I bought it. It was about 180 bucks. I almost didn't get it, but one of the really cool things about this tower, which I was surprised about, is it doesn't collect any dirt on the inside. There is so much filtration leading into the actual box that there's like these screens that block the dirt from getting in, which is incredible because, you know, I have 2 cats, 2 dogs, and the office actually has carpet. It's one of the only rooms in the house that has carpet. So that's awesome. It's really, you really get your money's worth when you pay for something like this. So, and inside the tower are 2 GTX 984 gigs, 2 256 gigabyte Samsung SSDs, 4 8 gig Corsair Dominators, and an additional hybrid Seagate of 4 gigabyte hard drive space. And all of that is processed with an Intel i7 4790K, and that's cooled by a Corsair Hydro Series H80i, and that's on top of a Gigabyte GA Z97X SLI motherboard. Wow, that was a mouthful. And all of that is powered by EVGA 850B2 power supply. And that's the monster, as I like to call it. Now, those lead to my 2 monitors. Both are Asus IPS LED HD monitors, and they're awesome. A lot of people run 3 monitors. I think 2's enough. I was thinking about getting a 3rd one, but I'm happy with 2. It's really helpful when you're editing. Now, as far as my keyboard, I rock a Roccat Rios MK Pro, which one of the best makers of keyboards that's, I think, it's just underrated. You know, Logitech makes some good stuff. I've owned Logitech. Razer sucks. I'm sorry, Razer fans. Everything that I've ever owned from Razer has broken. And I think these Roccat keyboards and mice are just incredible. You know, German engineering. So I have a Roccat keyboard, and I also have a Roccat mouse, which is the XTD Cone Optical, which is also amazing. And then my headset's also a Roccat headset. It's the Cave XTD. I don't use the microphone. I only use the headset portion because the mic that I'm using to record right now is a Shure SM7B professional microphone. They actually use this to record in studios and stuff, and it's such an amazing microphone for the noise cancellation. You know, stuff can be going on behind me, in front of me, and it doesn't pick it up. And that's actually connected to a Blue Yeti Icicle so that it'll fit into a computer. It just basically converts the audio jack to a USB port, which is awesome. And then finally, my chair. And this is another subject I think is so important. You know, if you're sitting at a desk all day, you have to have the most top of the line chair because it's just so imperative for your body and your back. And I know that there's like these gaming chairs out there, and I'm that's cool. I've never owned one. They look, they look cool. But this, I'm rocking a Steelcase Leap, and this chair was so expensive. I also almost didn't get it, but I'm so happy I did. A buddy of mine recommended it to me because he works in a call center, and it's got these really high impact armrests made out of rubber, like this really thick rubber. The actual ergonomics of how the back is shaped really keep your back aligned, it's absolutely incredible. So now that you guys know what I play and record on, let's check out the software I use. So to record gameplay, I use Fraps, and I've been using it literally for years now. I've never had a problem with it. I know there's a lot of frame drops with it, and performance-wise, it's not the best software. I just haven't had time to learn new software like DxTory or Shadowplay. So, as they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I use Fraps to basically get all my gameplay. For audio, I use Audacity, and that's a free program. I put links to that in the description as well. And it's amazing. It's so powerful. There's been musicians who use Audacity to edit their music, and it's really great. And then finally, to edit my videos, I got in the habit early on of using Adobe Premiere Pro. That's an industry standard in film alongside Final Cut Pro, but most games are played in Windows, which Final Cut Pro is more leaning towards Mac. And then finally, for like special effects and thumbnails and stuff like that, I use After Effects and Photoshop. I'm actually really surprised. I've gotten pretty decent at Photoshop, After Effects, and Premiere Pro just from editing over the years for YouTube. So it's a cool little craft to pick up along the way, along your YouTube journey. And that's it. That's all I use. If I'm going to get music, I'll put links in the descriptions to the websites I use to get music. It's all royalty, copyright free. That can often be my biggest hurdle or obstacle, is finding good music that's copyright free. Finally, I use Notepad to write my scripts, which is kind of silly. There's very few videos that I have scripted, but I've always used Notepad. Or if I have an idea for, like a Arma 3 mission or something like that, I'll just scribble the ideas down in Notepad. And that's it. As far as random shit around my desk, I have the Dota 2 items that I got from the International, and I have some vape products that I use and enjoy, and, I got my wedding ring and just PlayStation 4, and that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep a lookout for more videos soon. I know I've kind of been slacking. I did an Arma 3 mission called Demo Derby. I have that video coming up, and I'm also working on an arena for Rust, and we're going to invite all the Twitch viewers, and if you guys get a chance to, make sure to check out the Twitch channel and keep an eye out for those videos in the future. Thanks for watching, gentlemen. As always, I love you all.